Welcome to my physics experimental classes. Today's topic is inelastic collision. The prerequisite knowledge for this experiment is momentum, collisions, types of collisions like elastic collision, inelastic collision, perfectly elastic collision, perfectly inelastic collision, then law of conservation of momentum and law of conservation of energy. The objective of this experiment is to investigate the law of conservation of momentum and the law of conservation of energy during inelastic collisions. We will perform this experiment on a linear 8 track with two carts in three different ways. In case 1, we keep the mass of the cart A and the mass of the cart B the same, around 200 grams. Whereas in case 2, the mass of the cart A will increase by 100 gram more. So its mass becomes 300 gram by keeping the mass of the cart B the same 200 grams. In case 3, the mass of the cart A further increases to 400 grams by keeping the mass of the cart B the same 200 grams. Here in case 3, the calculation part is left to students. Now we are going to perform the inelastic collision. So in these types of collisions, the cart A and cart B stick together after the collision and they move with the common velocity. So for this purpose, we provided cart A with a pin, whereas cart A with a socket, so that they can stick together. And we can see that only the cart A has a flap of 10 centimeter length, whereas the cart B has not provided any flap. Okay, so let's start the experiment and first measure the mass of the cart A. Its mass is around 200.40 gram. Keep the cart A outside the photo gate A and measure the mass of the cart B. It is around 189.8 grams. Keep the cart B between photo gate A and B. Better place is keep it close to the photo gate B. Now switch on the air blower so that the air will reduce the friction on the parts, and switch on the digital counter. Now we are ready for the reading. So keep it close to photo gate B. Now apply a gentle push on the cart A. This time both cart A and cart B has struck each other and has passed through the cart B with the common velocity. The digital counter has recorded total 2 readings. The first reading the digital counter has recorded total 2 readings. The first reading is from the photo gate A. Okay, so this is because of the cart A. When the cart A passes through the photo gate A, it blocks the signal of photo gate A for a duration of 3.11 seconds. So from this time, we can measure the velocity of cart A. Very simple formula: speed equal to distance by time. Here the distance is the length of the flag, which is equal to 10 centimeter, which is 0.1 meter. Divide 0.1 divided by this time gives us the velocity of cart A. Now, after the collision, both cart A and cart B passes through the photo gate B with a common velocity. So here the second reading, that is given by the photo gate B, and the time of obscuration is 0.630. So from this we can calculate the velocity of both the carts A and B together. Now let's enter the data in the observation table. So this observation table consists of two parts. The left side is for before collision, whereas the right side is for after the collision. In the left portion of the table, we have mass, time, velocity, momentum and kinetic energy for cart A. We have the same parameters for cart B. We can observe the similar format on the right side also for cart A and cart B after the collision. Now, the mass of the cart A is 200.4 gram. Let's divide this with 1000 to convert it into kilogram. Whereas the mass of the cart B is 189.8 gram, and this number also be divided with 1000 to convert it into the kilogram. Now we have the same readings even after the collision. So here and here we have the same masses. Okay. Now the next part is the time. This is the time of obscuration for the cart A. First, the cart A passes through the photo gate A. So it blocks the signal for a time interval of 0.311 second. After the collision, the two carts stick together and passes through the photo gate B. So after the collision, as both the carts moves with the same velocity, so we have the same time of obscurations for cart A and cart B. So we can see it here 0.630, and this reading we got from the photo gate B, because this window is off, this window is on. This is the window of the photo gate B. Now from the time of obscurations we can calculate the velocities. So the velocity of cart A is simply given by the 0.1, the length of the flag, divided by the time of obscuration, 0.311. So its value is 0.322. With this much of velocity, the cart A collides with the stationary cart B. Now after the collision, they both move with the same velocity. So very simple. Again here the 0.1 divided by 0.630. So the velocity for both of them the same. Now the momentum of a body is obtained by multiplying its mass with its velocity. So that is 0.2004 multiplied by the velocity 0.322. So its value is 0.064. So this is the momentum of the cart before the collision. After the collision, the momentum of cart A is 0.032, whereas the momentum of cart B is 0.030. Now the kinetic energy of cart A before the collision is simply given by the formula half mv square. So that is half multiplied by the mass 0.2004 multiplied by the velocity 0.332 square. So its kinetic energy is 0.010 joules. After the collision,
the kinetic energy of cart A is 0.003, whereas the kinetic energy of cart B is 0.002. Now we can see that the cart B initially, before the collision, it is at rest. So its velocity, momentum, kinetic energy, all these are 0. Now let's get into the main part of our experiment. That is, here we have to verify the law of conservation of momentum first. So according to law of conservation of momentum, the sum of the momenta of cart A and cart B should be equal to the sum of the momenta of cart A and cart B after the collision. So in this case, the sum of this plus this, okay, should be equal to the sum of this plus this. So here, before the collision, so the sum of momentum of cart A and the momentum of cart B is 0.064, whereas after the collision the sum of the momentum is 0.062. So they are almost close. So we can say that momentum is conserved during inelastic collision. Now let's focus on the law of conservation of energy. According to law of conservation of energy, the sum of energies of cart A and cart B before the collision should be equal to the sum of the energies of cart A and cart B after the collision. So let's check how much we get. So it means the sum of this plus this should be equal to the sum of this plus this. This is the law of conservation of energy. But here, as the experiment is performed horizontally, so there is no change in the potential energies. So we will be focusing on only the kinetic energies, okay, instead of the total energies. Okay, so now the value of kinetic energy before the collision is 0.01 joules, whereas after the collision that is 0.005. Too much difference. So we can say that the sum of the kinetic energy of two objects before the collision is not equal to the sum of the kinetic energies of two bodies after the collision. So we can say that in the inelastic collision, the energy is not conserved. So there is a lot of loss of energy. Okay, so here the percentage of variation in the momentum is around 4%. So small loss of momentum here, whereas there is a lot of loss of energy, kinetic energy in this case, which is around 53%. So we can conclude that in inelastic collisions there is a huge loss of kinetic energy after the collision.
Let's do the inelastic collision once again. This time the cart A is provided with extra masses. We added 50 grams and 50 grams, total 100 grams on cart A. Its mass is now total 300.6 grams. Keep the cart A outside the photo gate A, whereas the cart B, its mass remains the same. It's around 189.8 grams. Keep the cart B close to photo gate B. Apply a gentle push on the cart A. So first switch on the air blower and switch on the digital counter. Now apply a gentle push on the cart A. We can see that after the collision, both the carts are sticking together and they are moving with a common velocity. Let's stop the digital counter. See here, the digital counter has given total 3 readings. The first reading is given by the photo gate A. So its value is 0.304. So it means when the cart A passes through the photo gate A, it has blocked the signal of photo gate A for a duration of 3.4 seconds. So from this time we can calculate the velocity of the cart A. Simply the length of the cart 0.1 meter divided by this time gives us the velocity of cart A. After the collision, the cart A and cart B passes through the photo gate B and it has given a reading of 0.513. So from this reading we can calculate the velocity, the common velocity of cart A and cart B. We have the readings. Let's do the calculation part.
In this case, the mass of cart A is 300.6 gram, which is equal to 0.3006 kilogram, whereas the mass of the cart B is 0.1898 kilogram. Of course, these two masses remains the same even after the collision. Now let's see the time of obscuration we got from the photo gate A is 0.304. So this is the first reading given by the photo gate A. Obviously the first cart A passes through the photo gate A, so 0.304 seconds. Now whereas after the collision, cart A and cart B stick together and they pass through the photo gate B. In this time the flag length is 0.1 meter. Okay, this will cut the photo gate signal of the photo gate for a duration of 0.513. Of course, this is the same for cart A and cart B. Now from these, the time of obscurations, we can find the velocities. Very simple formula. The length of the flag, that is 0.1 meter divided by the time. So we got the answer 0.329, whereas after the collision the velocity of cart A is 0.195. Of course, this is the same for cart B also. Now the momentum is given by mass multiplied by the velocity. Its value is 0.099, whereas the momentum of cart A after the collision is around 0.059, whereas for cart B its value is 0.037. Now the kinetic energy of cart A before the collision is 0.016, whereas the kinetic energy after the collision is 0.006. Okay, the kinetic energy of cart B is 0.004. So here we know the cart B is kept stationary before the collision, so its velocity, momentum, kinetic energy, everything is 0. Now the main part is to verify the law of conservation of momentum and law of conservation of energy. So according to law of conservation of momentum, the sum of the momenta of cart A and cart B before the collision should be equal to the momenta of cart A and cart B after the collision. So it means the sum of these two should be equal to the sum of these two. So the answer is 0.099, whereas after the collision its value is 0.096. So it's almost close to each other. So we can say momentum is conserved. So this law of conservation of momentum is holding good in this inelastic collisions. Now focus on the kinetic energy. The sum of kinetic energy before the collision should be equal to this one if it is conserved. So let's check how much we are getting the answers here. So 0.016 before the collision, whereas after the collision is 0.009. It means, so we can see they are not equal. So we can say that this law of conservation of energy is not working, is not valid in this inelastic collision. So there is a huge loss of decrease of the kinetic energy after the collision. So here the percentage of variation in the momentum is around 3%, which is in the acceptable range, whereas there is a huge loss of kinetic energy, so that is around 43% is there is a loss of kinetic energy in this inelastic collision.
We are going to perform the same inelastic collision. This time we will add the more mass on the cart A. So some more mass is added on the cart A. Now its total mass is around 400 grams. So 401.24 grams. Keep the cart A outside the photo gate A, whereas the cart B mass remains the same, which is around 189.8 grams. Keep the cart B close to the photo gate B. Now start the air blower and start the digital counter. Now apply a gentle push on cart A. Now we can see that. Now switch off the air blower once the cart A and cart B passes through the photo gate B, and even stop the digital counter. We can see that the digital counter has recorded total of 2 readings. Okay. In this case also, the digital counter has recorded total 2 readings. The first reading is from the gate A. This is because of the cart A. When the cart A passes through the photo gate A, it has the flag of the cart A has blocked the photo gate A signal for a duration of 0.382 seconds. From this time of obscuration and the length of the cart, we can measure the velocity of cart A. Now after the collision, both cart A and cart B sticking together and is passing with a common velocity. Now it is passing through the photo gate B, and the time of obscuration is 0.59 seconds. This is given from the photo gate B. Okay. So again the same formula, the length of the flag 0.1 divided by this 0.597 gives the common velocity of these 2 carts. So we have done the experiment, we have the readings. Now let's do the calculation part.
The masses are available and the time of obscurations are available. Now it's your turn to calculate the velocity, momentum and kinetic energies of cart A and cart B before and after the collision, and also to investigate the law of conservation of momentum and the law of conservation of energy in this case. All the best.